shifted. I know it's a lot of information. I'm sorry. It just has to go kind of fast, especially since we're every third week we're not even having a lecture, so we're losing a week. So just hold on. Okay, so now we have. This is not a good. Yeah. So well, this is not good here. We have our. Let's talk about our different transformations. So we have f of x, let's say we have f of x is equal to a cosine or sine, it doesn't matter, just a trig function. No. Hold on. So these are all the possible transformations I could have on a graph. I could change the A and the D are vertical transformations, and the B and the C are horizontal transformations. Left, right, up, down. We could put negatives on them, but this is the basics. So the A that's in front of any trigonometric function is called the amplitude. That's basically what I'm trying to say. The A is the amplitude. So here, A equals amplitude. And then we have another thing that says, we know the period is equal to 2 pi for sine and cosine, but if we have a compression, the new period is 2 pi over b, right? Don't worry about this c for the moment. We'll deal with that later. But the period is 2 pi over b. Okay? Let's see. Very important here. The amplitude the B is not absolute value. The B shifts it left or right. The amplitude is always positive. And this right here, they just have different letters here. This is B. This is B. In Alex, they use these as B. Okay? Oh, this is not even true. Okay? So let's see how we can use that. What's the amplitude of this function? It's 4. Remember we just said the amplitude's always positive. The amplitude is equal to the absolute value. Okay? That's okay. That's why we go over it. Don't worry. So the amplitude is equal to positive 4. And then the period is equal to what? No. 2 pi over 3. 2 pi over b. Because remember, this is going to compress it, isn't it? The period starts at 2 pi, but it's going to make it have a shorter period, which is 2 pi over 3. Between 0 and 2 pi, I'm going to have 3 cosine waves. You all with me? Okay. Good. Good. I'm just trying to see how much more. I don't have a lot more time is the problem. I'm not going to do this one. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Is it YC? what, Wacine? I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Okay. So, I'm right? Okay. Wacine or Wacine? First, one or two? Wacine, Wacine. Two. Wacine. Okay. Good. Thank you. So, remember it's 2 pi over b, and the b is this 3 right here. Okay? I'm not going to graph this. Listen, I'm happy to do some of this stuff. I just want to. I have so much I have to get through. So give me a minute, and then you can always come see me in my office hours, or I'll answer questions next week when we get together. But let me try to get through this because I'm not even going to get through all the things I needed to get through today. Okay, because we're not going to get through cosecant and secant and tangent. I put them on the syllabus. They're correct on the syllabus now. Just download the new syllabus. Okay. So we want to find out y equals a cosine of bx. So what's a here? Looking at the graph. Exactly. A is 3. The amplitude is 3. The amplitude measures from the center of the to the top, or the 0 to the bottom. Either one. This is. Notice this is 3 and this is 3. Okay. So the amplitude is 3. It's not 6. So we have 3 cosine, and then we have bx. How do I find b? Well, let's use our formula. We have a formula that says p is equal to what? 2 pi over b, exactly, which means that b is also equal to 2 pi over p, right? So now, what's my period for this graph? Who can tell me my period here? The period is when it completes one full cycle. Nope. It's 1, exactly. Notice from this point to this point, it completes one full cycle, doesn't it? And this is 1. So b is equal to 1. That means, I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted to say. T is equal to 1. T is equal to 1, so B is equal to 2 pi, isn't it? So this is equal to 2 pi x. Sorry about that. P equals 1. For this graph, P equals 1. Do y'all see it? All right. Good, good, good. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, let's do this one. So we have y equals, so what's my amplitude? My amplitude is 2. It's not minus 2. This is incorrect. My amplitude is positive 2. I have a sine graph because I know it's sine because it goes through 0, 0, right? Now remember, P is equal to 2 pi over B. And here I'm going to have Bx. Yes, Yvonne?
But wouldn't actually be -2 because at 1 it goes down to -2.
But it's the amplitude is 2. I'm going to get to that in a minute. When I say the amplitude, it's always positive. Didn't I say that before? Amplitude is always positive, isn't it?
Right, right.
So, like when I ask for the amplitude, I'm trying not to confuse you too much.
Okay.
I'm really trying. I know there's a lot of information here.
Got it.
Always the absolute value. The A is always positive. Yes. Yes. Absolute value. Okay, so now what's my period here? On this graph? Good. P equals 4. So B is equal to 2 pi over 4, which is equal to pi over 2. Okay? So now I'm going to say my new graph is y equals, I've got my amplitude, and this is going to be pi over 2x. Now, again, exactly like Savan just said, I'm starting here, and normally my sine graph would go up, but since it's going down, yeah, you have to simplify. You always have to simplify. So our period is from here to here, isn't it? It goes through one complete period or cycle. Then it starts to repeat. So no problem, no problem. So that means our period is 4. And then we just put it in here. This is, let me just tell you guys, I'm very aware that this is complicated and it takes work. And it's going to take you, do your homework. Do your homework. That's all I can say, because you will be very confused if you don't. Come see me if you have problems. Call me if you have problems. Set up online office hours if you have problems. I can do online office hours a lot of nights. I'm home at night. During the day, I'm real busy. I teach class all day, and I have office hours, and then I go tutor. So it'll be in the evenings. I can do some online office hours, and we'll just go up on Blackboard and we'll just work problems. Okay? I have no problem doing that with you. Just have to set it up. Okay? Of course. Just here's my main deal. I want you to learn trigonometry. We're all taking the time I'm taking the time to teach it to you. You're taking the time to learn it. You have a lot of homework to do. We might as well make it useful time, right? Otherwise it's silly. So, anyway.